Hello everyone, dear friends. Happy New Year 2025 to everyone. Wishing all the best. You're my best subscribers, and those who watch without subscribing, you're also the best. And I wanted to start this year with a video about replacing Belarusian, Russian, or Ukrainian driver's licenses to Polish licenses. Specifically about what has changed over the whole year. There were many changes, which is why I decided to record this video right away to make it easier and reduce errors for people who will be exchanging their licenses in the new year, so that people who are watching this video for the first time and haven't seen my previous videos find it easier. I will go in order. So, what is needed to exchange your driving license? First, one photograph, 3.5 by 4.5, like for an identity card and passport. In the photo center, they already know what size it should be. Just say it's for a driver's license, and they know everything. The age of this photo should not exceed 6 months. But if you haven't changed much, then I think older photos should also be fine. You will need the driver's license with a photocopy and a sworn translation of these licenses. Be sure to do a sworn translation, because many think that since the licenses are in English, they do not need to be translated. No, they do. And the sworn translation must be firmly attached to the copy. Residence permit, Pol's card, card for residence, visa, or another document that confirms your legal stay in Poland. But there are nuances here. Many asked me questions under the previous video and were mistaken, thinking that people who are just waiting for the Pol's card or residency card and have no other document, even the visa has expired. They need to wait. No, you do not need to wait. Even documents like a stamp in the passport will work, but it's only valid for the first 4 months. And if your passport stamp is over 4 months old, then you just need to go to the office without an appointment, without waiting in line. Just come to the registration window, provide your department number, and they will issue you a document confirming that yes, you are legally staying in Poland. You are just waiting for your case to be reviewed, but you are legally staying in Poland. So take advantage of this, because many people just wait for the residence card, the Pol's card, to start getting the driver's license. It's not necessary. Also, if you have a decision, but the Pol's card hasn't been printed yet, it's not a big deal. You can simply make copies of this decision and come. By the way, no one seems to talk about this for some reason. And many people, because of this, get into such a predicament with documents, are waiting, and their work is related to political rights, because the information that I share on my channel, I go through all these stages myself. I personally go and submit documents. I help many people, so I know the current information. Therefore, I hope this information is worthy of a like and subscription. Support my channel. It is small but rapidly growing. In the city of Poznan, from one office to another, things might change. But in the city of Poznan, you need a document confirming that you have been staying for more than 6 months. In the city of Poznan specifically, not in Poland as a whole, because the law states that the replacement of a driver's license should be done every 6 months. Upon arrival in Poland, but in Poznan, the office changed. And if before, this is actually a change, it required meldowanie, that is registration in the apartment where you rent or live. Now, they have changed it because many did not want to register, and you just need to bring a work contract showing that you have been working in Poznan for half a year, and the tenancy agreement that you have been renting accommodation for at least half a year, or any other document, for example, that you've been studying for 6 months, will also work to have this document added to your file. Next, a medical certificate. A medical certificate is not mandatory, but without it, you will be issued a driver's license only until the date indicated on your current driver's license. For example, when I was getting my driver's license, it was expiring in 6 months, so I just went through a medical examination. It costs from 100 to 200 zloty. You can find cheap medical examinations. They are not complicated. And then, if everything is fine, you will be given a driver's license valid for 10 years ahead. That is already extended immediately. This is for A and B drivers. For drivers of category C1, CD1, and so on, a psychological test is also mandatory. Next, proof of payment. Replacing a driver's license in Poznan costs 100 zlotys. Also, you need to pay 50 euros. Mine is in Belarusian consulate, all data provided. On the website agenda, I will also attach photos. Somewhere here, photos of the account number to transfer money to might appear, but it must be 50 euros exactly. All of this will also need to be printed out. And with these documents, already go to dinner. It's also important to remember that all documents, like a passport, driver's license, residence card, even if your residence card is already expired, you must still have a copy. But if you forgot something, I don't know how it is in other offices in Poland, but in Poznan, the photocopy works. Free. That is, if you forgot something, you just step out of the office and make a photocopy for free. So that makes it easier. Of course, it's better to come with all your photocopies to avoid running around. But if you forgot something, it's not a big deal. It's also very important if you are making a copy of something, like an employment contract or a driver's license, you must have the originals. Because when they accept the copies, they need to see and hold the originals. As if to say, yes, there was an original. They confirm that this copy was made from the original. Okay. Also, don't forget about this. Many forget, many make copies and don't bring the originals, and therefore problems arise. Yes, of course, if Chendai has such an experienced woman, she will say that everything is fine. And when you receive your driver's license, you will have to bring the old license and all originals, but it's better to have the original right away. Also, now the information will be personally to people from Poznan and those who will be changing their licenses in Poznan. Now they have changed it so that there is no online registration at the Poznan office. And you must first go to the reception on the first floor, take a ticket, then go to the second floor and wait for your turn. So you need to come in the morning to wait in line. Also, for residents of Poznan, there's a life hack. I don't know if it will be useful or not. There are paid parking lots around the department. I don't like this and I don't understand it. If I'm already paying 100 zloty for processing my documents, why do I have to pay for parking? But it is there. And that's why near the Poznan office, there's a Biedronka where you can park your car for 90 minutes. And for free, you can calmly park for 90 minutes. Even if your turn hasn't come yet, you can extend it and calmly go into the office, wait for your turn, and exchange your license without paying for parking. And of course, the application The application form needs to be filled out in advance, so you don't have to do it there. But even if you forget, there are many examples of how to fill out the form. Also photographs. I will most likely try to attach how to fill out the application below the video. And now I will personally show you how to fill out the application. And if you already have with you these kinds of sheets, we will need one sheet. It's essential that the application form is on one sheet, on both sides, not on two sheets, only on one sheet. If you wish, you can simply print it. You can find it on the Erzon page. You can print the application yourself. You can go to the Erzon and take them. They are there for free, as many as you want. So let's fill it out. So, guys, we only need to fill out the form. The sample, which I have already photographed, I went to the office and photographed a new one for filling out, will be below the video. Anyway, I filled out a small sample so that it is visually clear to you. Let's quickly go through it, and I think you will fill it out very quickly and without any problems. First, it's the territorial code. For Poznan, it's 3064. For other cities, I don't know, so just leave it blank for other cities. If the worker notices that something is not filled in, they will either ask again or fill it in themselves. It's all good, don't worry. I saw that people just filled in some of the boxes and brought it, and it was fine. It's just that for the worker at the agency, it's relatively extra work. Let's get started. At the top, write Poznan, the city where you are applying. Here, it's not the number of submissions, but the application date. It should be the exact day when you apply. This is very important. Many make a mistake. To whom? President. Place of application. Granova Street. This is the street of the office. Granova 22A. Postal code and city. Next, your PESEL should be here. Here is your last name. Here is your first name. Here is the city where you were born. You also specified this city in the residence card. They must match. They often check this. Here is the postal address of where you live, your nationality. It starts with the address where you live. For example, I live in Poznan. I just took it randomly. Okay, Rola, that's a street in Poznan. House 37, your apartment, your phone number, your email. Next, driver's license. For example, BAM. If you have any others, then CD, enter everything here. This number is located on the driver's license under number 5. And this number, it's located at the bottom on the back of the driver's license. You need to look for it there. And this date, when your driver's license was issued. Here is the authority that issued your driver's license, such as the traffic police of the Gomel region. Next, we put a check mark here that we want to exchange our driver's licenses for Polish ones. What kind of driver's licenses do we have, for example, A and B? What documents do we provide them here? A photograph, proof that we paid 100 zlotys, proof that we provided them with a copy of the entry permit, then additional documents, explanation of entry rights, consent, agreement. This could be a rental agreement or an employment contract. This is to show that you have lived in Poland for 6 months and waiting for medications. If you do not provide waiting medications, you do not clearly write anything here. But if you provide them, write everything here. Next, here, indicate that you will personally collect the documents. It's simple here. In 6 boxes, put crosses, don't worry about it. Here is your signature. It will either be the surname or an amendment. Correction is like a signature for us. A simple one, some kind of hieroglyphs. And the signature, when you just write your surname. I'm used to just writing my surname. By the way, this isn't my surname. Just in case, I took it as a sample. Then we put a check mark here and a check mark here. Here, sign with your last name and first name. And voila, everything is ready. Back to the video. Guys, we're done with everything. We have the contribution, we have all the documents. The only thing left is to go to the office, submit these documents. You must remember that you will not receive your license immediately because they will still check them, make a request to your country to confirm that the license is legitimate and not purchased. Therefore, preferably, there should be at least 6 months remaining on these rights until they expire. Also, this is the account number. If you are Belarusian, you need to pay 50 euros. This is the consular fee. Well, that's it. I hope this video was helpful. I constantly check, double check, and add new information, as you can see. I think you found this video helpful if you watched it to the end. Please like it, subscribe to my channel. It's very important. Write any comment. And if you have any questions, of course, write them. I wish everyone good luck and an easy driver's license exchange. And goodbye. See you in the next video.